One trader hid a number that sank Britain's oldest bank. The number lived inside a secret account no one was watching. Its name was 5/8, and it should not have existed. For 3 years it swallowed losses the bank never saw. By the end it had eaten £800 million. Stay with this, because the trick is simpler than you think, and the lesson will protect every pound you ever invest. It is a story about trust, leverage, and one fatal habit. Barings was the oldest merchant bank in all of London. It had financed wars, railways, and the Louisiana Purchase. Founded in 1762, it had survived for 2 centuries. The Queen of England kept her own money there. 2 centuries of trust sat on its name. Then a man in Singapore brought the whole thing down. His name was Leeson, and he was 28. He came from a working-class town and wanted out. He was sharp, ambitious, and very good at being liked. Barings sent him to run their new Singapore trading desk. He traded futures on the Nikkei, the Japanese stock index. His job was simple arbitrage, buying low and selling high. It was meant to be safe, boring, low-risk work. But Leeson also ran his own back office. Remember that detail? It is where everything goes wrong. In a real bank, 2 people guard against 1 trader. 1 person makes the trades out on the floor. A second person checks and records every single trade. That second person is the oversight, the brake on the car. Leeson was given both jobs at the very same time. He placed the bets, and he also checked his own work. No one was watching. The watchman. That was the open door. Early on, a junior clerk made a small trading mistake. It cost about £20,000, a minor error. Leeson should have reported it up the chain at once. Instead, he hid it inside a secret error account. He labeled that account with the number 5/8. In Chinese culture, 8 is the luckiest number there is. It was a small, almost playful act of concealment. He told himself he would win the money back quickly. That sentence is the most dangerous one in all of finance. To win it back, Leeson started making his own bets. He bet that the Japanese market would stay calm and rise. For a while, small wins trickled back into the account. But markets do not care what any single man needs. The market dipped, and the hidden account turned red. Here is the fatal choice that destroys most traders. When the bet went wrong, he did not cut the loss. Instead, he doubled the bet to win it all back faster. This is called averaging down into a losing position. It feels smart, it feels brave, it is neither. You are buying more of a thing that is hurting you. Each new bet makes the wound twice as deep as before. If you are right, you win back a little faster. If you are wrong, the loss grows beyond all control. The market owes you nothing for the size of your bet. Leeson kept being wrong, and the account kept growing. By the end of 1994, the hole was deep and hidden. To keep the bets alive, he needed real cash from London. So he lied about why he needed the money sent over. He claimed a client owed funds that did not exist. London wired him millions, no hard questions asked. They trusted the returns they could not independently verify. This is the heart of the whole disaster, so market, never trust a return that you cannot check yourself. If only one person can confirm the profit, walk away. On paper, Leeson looked like a genius to his bosses. His reported profits were enormous, and the praise flowed. In 1 year, he seemed to earn £10 million. Bonuses rained down on the whole Singapore office. London saw a star and asked almost nothing of him. Greed is a very effective way to switch off your eyes. The visible profit was real. The hidden loss was bigger. Underneath the celebration, the secret account was drowning. A reported profit is only a claim until someone proves it. Now understand the true engine of the destruction. Leeson was not betting with money he actually held. He was using futures which carry enormous leverage. Leverage means a small stake controls a giant position. A tiny market move becomes a massive gain or loss. It is the difference between a candle and a bomb. Leverage is the second great killer in this story. Hidden leverage with no oversight is a loaded weapon. Then, on the 17th of January 1995, the ground moved. A massive earthquake struck the city of Kobe, Japan. Thousands died and the Japanese market fell hard. Leeson had bet heavily that the market would stay calm. The earthquake was the one thing he could not control. His secret account began losing millions every single day. Here is where most people would finally stop the bleeding. Instead, Leeson made the boldest, worst bet of his life. He bet even bigger that the market would bounce back fast. He averaged down into the falling market with both hands. He needed Japan to recover and recover almost overnight. It is the gambler's last prayer dressed up as a strategy. The market did not recover. It kept on falling. Each day the hidden hole grew by tens of millions. The fake account now swallowed money faster than ever. And still London kept wiring him the cash he asked for. By February, the losses had passed the bank's own value. The hidden account held over £800 million in losses. That was more than twice all the money Barings had. Then a routine question finally reached the secret account. An auditor asked a simple thing. Where is this money? There was no answer, because the money was never there. On the 23rd of February, Leeson finally ran. He left a short note on his desk. I am sorry. He fled with his wife, chased across half of Asia. Back in London, the bankers opened the secret account. What they saw stopped the heart of the whole company. 233 years gone in one account. The losses were £827 million. Barings Bank was bankrupt. There was nothing left to save. The Queen's own bank had been destroyed by one man's bets. They sold the entire bank for £1 single. A Dutch bank bought Barings for the price of a coffee. Thousands of staff lost their jobs in a single week. Leeson was arrested in Germany and sent to Singapore. He was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. He served his time and later wrote about the collapse. One man, one account, 200 years of trust gone. Now take this story apart and keep what protects you. Lesson 1. Never let one person control the whole process. The trader and the checker must always be different people. If you invest through a fund, ask who checks the manager. A manager who guards his own books guards nothing for you. If one person reports and verifies, the break is gone. Real oversight is independent. It cannot be turned off inside. Lesson 2. Never trust returns you cannot independently verify. Leeson's profits were a story only he could tell. Demand statements from a third party, not the trader. If the numbers come from only one hand, be afraid. Steady, smooth, perfect returns are a warning, not a comfort. Real markets are jagged. A flawless record hides something. Lesson 3. Respect leverage as you would respect fire. Leverage turns a small mistake into a fatal one. Before any investment, ask how much borrowed force is inside. If a small market move can wipe you out, step back. The goal is to survive the storm, not to win one bet. Borrowed money shortens the distance to total ruin. Lesson 4. Never average down into a losing position. Adding to a loser is hope pretending to be a plan. A falling price is information, not a discount counter. Decide your exit before you ever enter the position. When you are wrong, take the small loss and walk away. Barings did not die because the market moved against it. It died because no one was watching the watchman. Hidden leverage, no oversight, and averaging down into ruin. Those three together will destroy almost any fortune. The 5-8 account began with one small hidden mistake. Verify what you cannot see and you will never need it. That is the lesson Barings paid 2 centuries to teach. Next time, we trace how Buffett spots hidden value.